Every morning, I wake up to the soft hum of my alarm clock at 6 o'clock sharp. The room is still dim, with the pale light of dawn creeping through the curtains. My name is Dr. Emily Carter, and I am a university professor. People often think my job is all about standing in front of a classroom and lecturing, but it's so much more than that. It's about guiding young minds, sparking curiosity, and sometimes learning just as much from my students as they do from me. I teach literature at St. Andrews University, a small but vibrant school nestled in the heart of the city. The campus is beautiful, with its red brick buildings, towering trees, and winding pathways. Every day, I walk through these grounds, feeling grateful for the life I've built here. After getting ready, dressing in my usual outfit of slacks, a blouse, and comfortable shoes, I grab my bag filled with books, notes, and a thermos of coffee. Then I head out the door, ready to face another day. Today started like any other. As I walked into my office, I noticed a stack of essays waiting for me on my desk. They were from my Introduction to Literature class, a group of freshmen eager to explore the world of novels, poems, and plays. Teaching this course is one of my favorite parts of the job because it's where I see the most growth in my students. At the beginning of the semester, many of them are unsure, hesitant to share their thoughts. But by the end, they're debating passionately, discovering their own voices. After grading a few essays, I headed to the lecture hall for my first class of the day. The room was already buzzing with chatter when I arrived. Students sat in clusters, some flipping through textbooks, others chatting animatedly. I smiled as I set down my things and greeted them warmly. "Good morning, everyone," I said, and the noise gradually faded. Today's topic was Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, one of my all-time favorite novels. There's something timeless about its exploration of love, class, and personal growth. As I began discussing Elizabeth Bennet's character, I noticed a student in the back row who seemed distracted. Her name was Sarah, and she rarely spoke up in class. She had her head down, scribbling furiously in her notebook. Curious, I paused mid-sentence and asked, "Sarah, what do you think? Why do you believe Elizabeth refuses Mr. Collins's proposal?" She looked up, startled, her cheeks flushing red. For a moment, she hesitated, then said softly, "I think she knows he doesn't respect her. He wants her because she'd make a good wife, not because he cares about who she really is." I nodded, impressed. That's an excellent point. Respect is essential in any relationship, isn't it? The class murmured in agreement, and Sarah gave me a small, shy smile. Moments like these remind me why I love teaching. It's about helping students find confidence in their ideas. Later that afternoon, I met with a graduate student named James. He was working on his thesis about modern adaptations of Shakespeare's plays. We sat in my office, surrounded by shelves lined with books, as he nervously explained his progress. "I'm struggling with how to connect Hamlet's themes to contemporary issues," he admitted. "Well," I said thoughtfully, "think about what makes Hamlet timeless. It's about uncertainty, betrayal, and the search for identity. Aren't those themes still relevant today?" His eyes lit up, and he started jotting down notes furiously. Watching him grasp the connection reminded me of my own journey as a student, grappling with complex texts and emerging with new insights. As the day wore on, I found myself reflecting on the challenges of being a professor. It's not always easy. Sometimes, students don't engage, or deadlines pile up, leaving me overwhelmed. But there are moments, like Sarah finding her voice or James making a breakthrough, that make it all worthwhile. One of the last things I did before leaving campus was visit the library. It's my favorite place on campus, filled with the scent of old books and the quiet rustle of pages turning. I wandered through the aisles, running my fingers along the spines, until I stumbled upon a worn copy of Virginia Woolf's To the Lighthouse. Opening it, I saw a note tucked inside, "For Emily, may your lighthouse always guide you." It was from my mentor, Professor Lewis, who had inspired me to pursue academia years ago. Holding the book, I felt a wave of gratitude wash over me. By the time I got home, the sky was painted in shades of purple and orange. I made myself a cup of tea and settled into my favorite chair, thinking about the day's events. Teaching is more than a job, it's a calling. Every lecture, every discussion, every late-night email exchange with a struggling student shapes not only their lives but mine as well. Being a professor means wearing many hats: mentor, guide, listener, and sometimes even cheerleader. It's about creating a space where people feel safe to ask questions, challenge ideas, and grow. And while it can be exhausting, it's also deeply fulfilling. Tomorrow will bring new challenges, new conversations, and new opportunities to inspire, and I'll be ready. As I turned off the lamp and climbed into bed, I thought about Sarah, James, and all the other students whose faces I see every day. Each of them carries dreams and fears, hopes and doubts. And if I can help them navigate even a small part of their journey, then I've done my job. With that comforting thought, I drifted off to sleep, already looking forward to what the next day would bring.